Alright, so for this weekly startup, we're going to start her up, pull her out into the driveway, get the floor swept, and start prepping things for pulling out the rear end. I would like to get the gas tank out today because I want to get that out anyway. I've been meaning to do it. This is all the stuff that was in my trunk, so that's all pulled out. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Let's jump into it. So as of recently, I've been starting it up connected to the battery charger. The weather's been a lot colder and I needed the help. But today it's a little warmer, so we are going to try doing it with the battery charger disconnected. We'll see how we make out. This will be a cold start. This thing hasn't been run since the last weekly startup, which was a week ago. Let's see how we make out here. If I can find my key. Good to go. Well, that went smoothly. Right there's one of the reasons I want to pull the rear end out anyway. The pinion seal's leaking, so we got to get that replaced. Plus, I just want to get the thing wire brushed, cleaned up. I want to paint the leaf springs, the rear end, all that stuff. So, plus I want to look up underneath at the frame rails and all that stuff and see what condition it's in. And get all that taken care of while the back end's out. Real quick, now that I have the garage cleaned up, pulled the welder out, and I'm gonna try hitting a few more spot welds just to get more feedback from you guys. First thing I'm trying first is having this plugged directly into the wall. When I did it in the last episode, it was actually on an extension cord, which from what I understand, that can affect your heat settings. So we're gonna try that first. I also am doing a 1/16 of an inch gap there because some people recommended that. It would help let the weld go down and penetrate. So we'll give that a shot, see how we make out. Also, another thing I have going on is there's just a lot of black soot appearing around my welds, and I have no idea what's causing that. See all that black soot? And that definitely did not have the frying bacon sound that everybody talks about. Burn through there. Gonna change my heat setting. I'm trying to keep the metal off the concrete because when I weld it on the concrete, it acts as basically a heat sink, and I want it to be more accurate to how it will be when I'm welding on the car. So I'm not gonna have a heat sink whenever I'm welding on the car, so that's why I'm doing that. I got stuck there and couldn't go across smoothly, but this one I burned through. These two are pretty good. That one I got stuck when I was trying to move across, but we'll look at the other side, see how they are. But look at all this soot. I have no idea what's causing that. These two in the middle, definitely this one here was a good one. I'll try a few down here where it's cooler. Now, without a gap in the equation, I'm gonna do a little spot weld over here so you guys can hear the way this currently sounds. See, to me, that's what it's supposed to sound like. But we're still getting a ton of soot around the welds. Obviously, whenever there's two surfaces here, I wouldn't be able to hold it probably that long because I would start burning through, but I don't know. Still trying to figure this all out. I'm slowly getting better, but there's a lot to learn here. Anyway, check that out. Throw any feedback in the comments. It's always appreciated. Oh, and if you're wondering, those last couple I did, I turned the wired speed up to 8. And I have 4 heat settings, low 1, 2, and high 1, 2. It's currently on low 2. So, back to the car. She's backed in. We're set up. We got a nice clean space to work on dropping out the rear end. The trunk is cleaned out, so we can get working on pulling this gas tank out and taking care of the rear end. So this is a reasonably quick one, but I'm hoping to have an action-packed Friday episode, fingers crossed, where we will be removing the gas tank, dropping out the rear end, prepping the leaf springs in the rear end for paint, maybe even replacing the pinion seal. All that stuff. So that's it for this episode. Leave comments. Oh, and somebody asked me, the gas I'm welding with is 75 argon, 25 CO2. So yeah, that's the gas that they told me they gave me. So I don't know what's going on with the black soot. It's making me scratch my head, but if anybody has any suggestions, let me know in the comments. So until Friday's episode, guys, take care.